I'm going to turn to you, Don Martin, for your thoughts while we're waiting for the official swearing in. What are you thinking about what we have seen and what we have learned so far?
Awful lot of the same old faces. I guess they're all getting new jobs if the rumor mill's accurate, Marcia. I haven't seen any. While Marco Mendicino went in, he has been doing yeoman service as the talking head for the Liberals on a number of panels, including Power Play. But obviously none of the class of 19 has yet made other than Stephen Guilbeault. He is, as Tom Mulcair was saying, a superstar in Quebec and certainly a leading light in the environment community. So that's probably not a surprise. But, you know, this is a moving around of existing chairs to the large extent. Some faces, obviously, Bill Morneau looks like he's staying in finance. That'll keep Bay Street a little happy because there wasn't any heir apparent to that very daunting mantle, particularly if the economy is getting wobbly. I think Bay Street will be pretty happy with that appointment. And people like Harjit Sajjan are apparently not moving out of defense. I think that's probably something that we won't be too surprised at. But the bottom line here is this is a safer cabinet in some ways, but there's some big holes to fill. And we're going to have to see who goes in those major holes, like public safety, where Ralph Goodale's out of there. And as Seamus goes into natural resources, I think that's going to be a real challenge for someone who has had a very uneven performance in his previous two portfolios, not exactly a shining star. And I think that I'm already getting emails from my friends in Alberta going, who the heck is Seamus? Is he a guy that can get things done for us? Or is he a foot soldier, or as they call him, a bridesmaid to Justin Trudeau, and will do what he's told by the Prime Minister? I think that probably applies to most ministers, to be honest with you, Marcia, but still, I think they wanted someone with some heft in the PMO, and we'll have to see if Seamus can deliver it.
So, Don, are you surprised that there's not more change afoot?
Well, there's certainly a lot of boxes that have been moved with new names on these boxes. Trudeau clearly wanted to reset the message track. I'm sure they're all going to get new mandate letters in the days, if not hours, to come that will outline exactly what the Prime Minister expects them to do. So let's keep in mind one thing about cabinets, Marcia. They are first and foremost obedient soldiers to the Commander-in-Chief and the PMO. They do not necessarily devise a lot of their own policy tracks. The exception may be someone like Bill Morneau or Chrystia Freeland, to be honest. But most of them are just to follow that mandate letter, and there are ways to track those performances on those mandate letters. There's actually a sort of a report card rating, and when you check off what you've done, something that you were ordered to do, and that's usually seen as the basis for whether you get promoted or even demoted in cabinet going forward. So personalities are rarely a force unto themselves in these shuffles where you see a cabinet minister have the flexibility to act without a whole lot of supervision from the PMO. But having said that, there are exceptions to that rule. Chrystia Freeland is going to be the most notable one. I think Minister Champagne will be an interesting choice in foreign affairs. Let's see how he handles two very hot files, both the United States going forward and certainly China remains the biggest headache. So this is, as a cabinet, I find interesting. There is a sense that there is a full-on reset in terms of personalities, but whether the direction changes or not, that's up to the Prime Minister to decide.